We're back. Nikki B and Joey P Pod episode. What is this?
4.
4?
Wow.
What do we did? We did 2 by ourselves and then 1 with box. That's right. This is episode 4. We took a little recess in between. We can get into
Are
that.
you wearing the official Nikki B sweatshirt? What does your sweatshirt say?
It says Nike SB. But if you cover
No,
that,
it says Nikki B. Look at that. Swag coming to a place near you soon.
I had to do it.
Yeah, love it.
Where are you at? You're at a different location than last time.
Oh yeah, thanks for the intro. Yeah, this is the new spot, as you can see. Got the spin bike, got the TV, got the books, so I'm all set. But yeah, all right, let's jump right into it. I'm gonna just hit you with this, and we're gonna roll from here. Tell me about your marathon training. You got the LA Marathon in 10 days.
10 days coming up. First off, I want to say thank you to Nick. He's been giving me a lot.
Stop it. Just all right. Tell me about it. Stop all that bullshit.
Lot of pointers on the way. I don't care if he says stop it. I appreciate it. And yeah, 10 days away. I'll be doing the LA Marathon. Nikki B's coming out here, as well as his sister Lindsay. She's gonna do it as well. I think his mom's coming too, so it should be a good time. I've been running for, I mean, I'll call it training. I mean, I haven't really been the best about staying on a regimen, but I've been just trying to get as many miles as I can for probably 2-3 months now. So yeah, no, I mean, I've definitely gotten a lot better, gotten a lot faster, the longer distances. I've done a 20 miler, which was tough as fuck. That was the longest I've gone. Done a 15, 18, some things like that. So I'm getting there. We'll see how it goes on November 7th, Sunday. I'm kind of counting on a little bit of the adrenaline of race day. This will be my first official race. So what I've heard about them is you get a little juiced up. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited, but no, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
What's the difference between a regimen and a regimen? Because you said you're not on a regimen.
So at the beginning, Nick had kindly sent over a, basically run this amount of miles this day, this amount of miles the next day, blah, blah, all the way. And he said it was week by week. I got sidetracked off of that probably about 3 weeks in. So I have found a little kind of routine in my own sense of thing, not even really trying to. It's been basically every morning run. At least I started with it's probably 2-3 months ago. It started with, I think my baseline was 3 miles, which I would do a little loop around here. And then now I've bumped that up, and then I would try and do at least one long run on the weekends. And now I've bumped up my weekly every day, so 5 days a week, to at least 5 miles, this loop around my neighborhood. And then the long run on the weekends, which has been a good little routine for me. So I guess that's kind of my regimen now, but it wasn't necessarily in the sense like the one that you sent over, where it was 3 miles this day, 6 miles this way, 10 miles fast, 5 miles slow. I haven't really been able to get into that yet.
You're doing 5 miles every morning, at least?
Yeah.
So you're at 35, 40 miles a week.
Yeah, I've been doing that for the last probably 2-3 weeks. And like I said, it started out with 3 miles that I would do. And then I've kind of just slowly bumped that up. So I mean, there's a couple of days that, I miss or whatever, but basically I've been trying to do it 5 days a week, where it's, boom, 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 boom. And then one long one on the weekend, and then Sundays off. So the Sunday off is nice. Yeah.
All right, I want to put a pin in that in the morning runs. We'll come back to that.
Gotcha.
Los Angeles Marathon, do you have a goal time?
Under 4.
Under 4 hours?
Yeah.
All right, what pace is that? Running pace?
That's a 9-minute pace, I think. about.
Okay. Is my sister Lindsay going to beat you in the race? Yes or no?
I hope not.
I think she's run a 1:52 half marathon. I think she's running under 2 hour half marathon. So
yeah, that's impressive.
it's-
No, I follow her on Strava. She's been killing it. That's for sure. So that's been a little. I've been using that as some motivation. Just because I'm a competitive guy, so I don't want to lose to someone that I know.
to a
So
chick.
shout out Lindsay, she's killing it. I'm excited. I didn't even know she was running the marathon until I think she hit me up on my birthday, and then we were talking about it. But
I don't think she knew she was running it until
yeah,
late. But
yeah.
I've been saying that I think you guys are going to run different races. I think you're going to come out kind of hot and excited, and you'll probably run a fast like 18 miles. And she's just going to, I think, be like slow and steady, and you'll be ahead of her. But then I think you might slow down a little bit towards the end. I don't want to wish that upon you, but I think it might happen. And I feel like she might power through, but I don't know. It's also the last few miles. It's kind of some mind games too. So
You think she's gonna catch me?
it's gonna be close, I think.
Put some money on it.
Oh boy. Ooh. All right, let me think about that. Well, next pod before the race, we'll make a bet.
Yeah. No.
All right, let's go back to the morning runs, because I shouted you out in the latest video, which is done, by the way.
Oh, really?
Edited it up today, so
wow.
It's if my internet connection was
should
better.
we talk about that then? Should we talk about what we're kind of
well,
like?
let's all right. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. So
Yeah,
it's uploading right now. It's a third done. It's 33% done.
Yeah. My
But,
question was kind of just like what made us, kick this back off, and like the conversation I guess we had like 3 days ago. If you want to like dive into that and like what our kind of goal is out of this.
What is our goal? That's a good question. For me, I guess it's a few things. I think the content creation is a powerful thing. Like I remember you sent me that. What are those guys' names? Talk Street or Talk
Side Talk.
Side Talk guys. And they were talking about how they had this idea for Side Talk, which is basically, I mean, correct me, it's like they go and interview people in New York City, like normal people. Yeah. And they just like piece together interviews into 1-minute videos. Mm-hmm. And they're NYU film students, and they had this idea, and they're like, this is the only that 20 years ago, this idea wouldn't have worked. And I just think in this age of content creation, why not create content? So I guess the question is not like, why do it? It's more like, why not do it? And, who really gives a shit? I mean, we have 6 subscribers, so chances are nobody's listening to this. So it's more like selfishly, it's kind of just for me. Like I like doing it, and it's fun talking to you, and I figure why not share it? And then, the videos are like just another piece of it, the visual aspect of what we do every day. And it's just, they're fun to make, and fun to piece together. And that's really it for me. What's the goal? I don't know. Do you know?
No, I mean, the goal for me was, I've been, basically coming back to the same idea, like you said, in this, creator economy that we, live in or whatever, where you can basically, anyone with a phone or Zoom or computer, that you can create something. And I've always, felt like, I wanted to create, want to be creative in some aspects, and it's not necessarily, I haven't really found what that really wants or what that really is for me, where, it's something like tangible. But this has been fun, like that, making that video the other day that we put on the channel, like anytime we got on this podcast, like that's fun to me. Like, and it always comes back to like me and you have like really good conversations on the phone regardless. So, I mean, this was our idea back when, to do this kind of podcast thing, if you can call it a podcast, more of just like a recording. But but yeah, no, I felt like it was a good idea, and you know, it's been fun to just go back and listen to it, and to have something that you can like say that you put out there and like you created, and it's like on the, you know, internet full time, like, you know, forever. That's pretty cool in my mind. Even if no one sees it, like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it seems to me like you either create or consume,
Yeah,
and you definitely do a little bit of both for sure. But I think I'd rather be more so on the create end than the consume end, because I think most people, and oh man, I think every podcast you're gonna have to might turn into social media bashing for me at some point. Like I feel like all roads lead to that for me, right? So if I get a little bit on my high horse here, you can just kick me off. But like we are in a, I feel like largely like a consumer culture, you know what I mean? Where it's like you look around and you just see kids like with their eyeballs on their phones, and I do the same thing. I mean, my phone is like right here, you know, and it's like you're just standing there staring at your phone and you're just consuming, 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 consuming. But I think we all fail to realize most of the time that somebody is creating all that stuff that you're consuming,
yeah,
whether it's an app or a game or a TikTok or whatever, a Facebook post. I don't know. Like somebody's creating all of that, and I'd rather be on that end because for a long time been off of, I think, the consumer end for the most part in terms of social media, but not tipped it over into that creative end. So for me, it's more, I guess, just tipping the scales towards that, creating as opposed to consuming.
yeah.
I just think that's kind of where the honey is, you know.
Yeah. No,
Seems.
I couldn't agree more. And I think it's about finding like what comes like, you know, naturally to you, and like, you know, what makes you happy in the creator like world. Like there's different avenues and different mediums. Obviously, like, you know, me and you aren't, you know, posting every day on social media. You know, you don't even have an Instagram. You know, I rarely post on there. So like it's about finding the things that, you know, you enjoy or whatever, and like it's like, you know, you're a different medium. So like this is one of them, and then also like, you know, creating that video that I did the other day, and like I've got some other ideas that you know,
Sex tape.
I'm excited to try out, and that's not one of them.
Not a sex tape. All right.
Yeah, unfortunately. And
Video number 100.
we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it was always like kind of just a thought in the back of my head, but
Sex
you
tape.
know what? What really like it's just like, yeah, flip the switch is like, you know, thinking about like, you know, what in my 25 year, I just turned 25. What in my 25 years have I like left on this, you know, planet? You know what I mean? Like, what have I created? Like, I'm in like a service industry job. So like, you know, obviously like I have the relationships I built and things like that. Like that's what kind of, you know, my job and what I put all my work into and things like that. But I haven't really created anything in my life. And like that kind of just didn't sit well with me. So like I don't give a fuck anymore like what it is. Like I just want to put shit out there. Like
Yeah.
I've thought about like writing, fucking, you know, doing stuff. Like I think there is a quote. Uh it's like by Benjamin Franklin. Correct?
Oh
You know
boy.
what I'm talking about?
I
Where it's
will.
like if you're something if you're not doing something worth like reading about later, then you better be writing something that's worth reading about later. I butchered that, but
Let's
basically
see.
like,
Let's get that right.
well, I think it's on my board back there if I can walk over there and get it.
Yeah, we should probably do that. I feel like you've hurt Ben Franklin's legacy a little bit with with that.
Got it.
Hit me.
All right. If you not be forgotten as soon as you are dead and rotten, either write things worth reading or do things worth writing.
Nice.
Benjamin
Love that.
Franklin.
Love that. Ben Franklin. Thanks, Ben.
a person who has lived that to the fullest too, because
Yeah, totally.
he's written things and done things, worth reading and writing about.
Totally.
So,
Yeah, I agree, man.
but no, yeah. What you got some stuff coming up, right? Some maybe a high rocks, little high rocks training thing. Tell people about that.
Yeah, I am training for High Rocks in Dallas. It's on November 20th. The gist of the race is there are 8 events that you do back to back to back to back to back to back. They're all kind of like CrossFit lifting events. So it's like a ski erg, like 1,000 meters on a ski erg, like 1,000 meters on the row erg, a sled push, a sled pull, lunges, farmer's walk, wall balls, and burpees, like burpee broad jumps. But the catch is you run 1,000 meters in between each of these events. So you start with 1,000-meter run, and then you do like the ski erg, and then you do 1,000-meter run, and then you do like the like sled push, and so on and so forth.
Is that how many miles is that? Not even a mile.
It's like 0.62 miles.
0.62. So
yeah.
so you run half a mile. I got you.
Yep. So you run 8,000 meters total. So that's like 5.5 miles, something like that. So, or no, less than that, but like 5 miles. But yeah. So it seems like it fits my skill sets pretty well. I've been training for it for maybe like 3-4 weeks, pretty locked into those movements, but pretty much what I do most days, between running and just lifting hard, and then some sort of like metcon in there. That's pretty much what I do most days. So I feel excited about it. It's cool because it's always the same course, so it's universal throughout the world where everybody can be compared to everybody. And so yeah, I'm excited to just see how it is. I think with things like this, it always looks much easier than it is, and I know it'll be really, really difficult. So I'm just kind of curious to see where I stack up, and then, maybe if it's something worth doing again, go get another one. But yeah, I'm excited about it. So we'll see.
It was November what?
20th in
20th,
Dallas.
right?
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I gotta find my way down there. That's exciting, man. That's a lot of thinking about doing all those things, and then running after too, like a sled push to a run is gotta be, it's like your legs just gotta be toast after that.
Yeah, I feel like, looking at their run times, I feel like running is definitely my strongest part of that. And I also feel like I could run the times and the paces that I see the top guys running, but almost like recover from whatever I did before that in that run. Like, it's not, in other words, I don't think those paces, like maybe like a 5:45 mile pace isn't like crazy high, like heart beating out of my chest heart rate for me. So it's like, I can,
It is.
I can like hopefully recover a little bit during those runs, or make up some ground, or gain some ground, however you want to put it. But that's kind of my thinking, is that, I think I can be one of the strongest in the field in the runs. And then, so it's like, if I can just hang with whoever in all those events, be in good shape.
How many compare, like, what's your training schedule, like running to lifting? Like, how many days do you lift and how many days do you run a week?
I would say in an ideal world, I'm running like 5 days a week, sprinkling in like biking and swimming too, and then lifting probably like 3 to 4.
Just full body workouts.
Yeah, lately I've been breaking it up into more like push and pull. So like I'll do a push workout. So that's like bench press, overhead press, any sort of like lunges, maybe even like squats.
Yeah.
And then accessory stuff with that. So like chest and triceps and shoulder work. And then pull days like deadlifts and like rows and pull-ups and stuff like that. So more like back, posterior chain stuff. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately. I like it, just something different. Like, I've been doing the total body thing for probably a year or two, and you just kind of need to mix it up, man. Like stuff gets old and stale. You could be on the best program in the world, but if you do it for years and years, like it just kind of gets boring, to be honest. So just doing different stuff, man. But yeah, but dealing with this like calf strain for a while now, and I'm trying to just get
that
right.
happened in Austin when we were there.
Yes. Yeah. So happened there, and then just ran a little too long, a little too fast, and yeah. So still working that out.
Pushing you too hard.
Yeah, totally. Totally. But yeah, man. All right, let's switch gears a little bit, because I've been wanting to ask this since the start, but so this in this latest video, I kind of shouted you out because I am always continually impressed with your ability to wake up early, and then your ability to also be productive in that time. So I need you to kind of lay that out for me. What, like, is it as simple as like you just do it? Do you have strategies that help you? Like, give me the scoop.
I mean, it's definitely not easy. I'll tell people like I'm a morning person, but it's always been a struggle. It's like I'm a morning person because I enjoy the days after when I wake up early better than if I get a late start and then I feel like unproductive all day. So I enjoy it after. Maybe that's why it's like I'm able to do it, because, and that's kind of what I think about, like when I'm laying in bed, obviously, after your alarm gets or after your alarm goes off, and you're just sitting there and you're just thinking, it would be so easy to just fall right back asleep. But then you think like, all right, if you missed, getting up now, like it's just going to push back everything you had planned for that day. And like, you're likely not going to get to some of the stuff. And my thing with working out too is I've never been good about working out in the afternoon, just because I feel like things always come up. So like it's you can never plan, especially with my job, kind of never really plan what's going to come up, what needs to be done. Also, like my eating schedule, obviously, like if you go on a run, like if running is a big part of your workout, like long runs, you can't like go on a full stomach. I think I've never like
well, you can, but
yeah, you can, it's just not gonna be good.
Yeah.
So like I have that already like in my head, like in the morning, like if you run now, on like an empty stomach or just get like a little bit, you're gonna be good through the run and stuff like that. So it's just like weighing the pros and cons. I feel like, and I'm like, there will be days where it's just like I get like 4 hours of sleep and I'm like, all right, there's no way. Like I try and like I'll get up, set my alarm, whatever, and then I'm sitting there, I'm just like, all right, this is like unproductive. Like I'm gonna be tired all through the day if I don't get this like extra hour or whatever. So like there's definitely days, but the majority of them, yes, like it's just it's kind of just weighing the pros and cons of missing that morning workout, and then deciding like boom. And once I get going, like once I get out of bed and like start walking around, then I'm good. Like that's pretty. I've never been like someone to like get out of bed, walk around, then like jump back in bed. If I'm out, I'm out. So I don't know what that is like. But
so when you say weigh pros and cons, are you doing that the night before when you're laying in bed? Are you doing that
no,
like, right
I'm
when you
doing
wake
it.
up?
Yeah, no, when the night before and when I wake up, like I'm always like one to be like, all right, I'm gonna get up early regardless, even if I get like less amount of sleep the night before, like if I go to bed. But and then I'm like, all right, I usually have my alarm set unless it's like a weekend or something I planning on sleeping in. But it's also happening the morning of too, which is obviously I'm leaning more towards going back to bed some days in the morning of than the night before when you're not tired. But no, man, I think it's really just like thinking about how much better the day is that gets me out of bed. Like if I do something in the morning that early, like then it just like it's so much more productive during the day, and like you don't even have to think about it. You have that done. And also like my morning workouts have been recently the best part of my day. Like I've been stuck here in LA, like, for the last, 4 or 5 weeks. Not really, it's been kind of a slow time period. So like this has just been a lot of my stuff right now I'm doing is like office work. So it's a lot like that's the best time of the day by far. Just like when I'm actively moving, actively doing something, and then like how I feel right after is, whoo, can't beat that.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you eat anything before you work out?
I'll sometimes eat a goo. That's it.
Oh, a little gel.
Yeah, a little gel. I have, I've not had the best experience running while eating after eating something. So,
Would
uh,
you be willing to share your worst experience that comes to mind of indigestion, intestinal indigestion during running?
I mean, people can guess what happens, and the worst probably is when I've had like 4 miles to go.
Have you shit in your pants before? I guess that's what we're getting at.
I'm gonna let the people infer on that one.
Just shake your head, yes or no.
I'm gonna let the people guess.
All right, plead the fifth. I think that's a yes.
Leave it bit.
I pooped in my pants, no shame. You know that.
Oh man, yeah, not a fun time. Not where you want to be in the morning. Um, but yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us. You got to plan ahead for it. But
All right,
I guess,
let's you got something else?
well, back to you. I mean, I was just kind of switching on to you. Like we've talked about it a bunch, but like, what do you think keeps you from getting up? And you can keep it short if you want to move on too.
Yeah, no, I like yeah, I just for the longest time it's been this battle for me where if I feel like I have to wake up for something, I will. So like if I had to work at 6 a.m., I have no problem waking up at 5 to get ready for work and go to work. But if I don't have work till 9, it is so much more difficult for me to wake up at 5. I guess that's probably natural for most people. But then I have these weird, instances where like, for example, when I was training for the Austin Marathon that second time around, and I have a 22-mile run, and I'm looking at my day working with like the basketball team, and it's like it's a loaded day. Like I don't have any time to do it basically, unless I want to do it at night. And so I wake up at 4:45 to run 22 miles before like I go to work, and like I do stuff like that. And then I have days like this, this morning or yesterday, like I wake up and I just like go lay back down in my bed for 45 minutes, and then, I'm rushing to get to work.
What did
And
you got
so
a workout in though, right?
when?
Yesterday.
No.
Oh, so okay. So yeah. I mean,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So like, but like, on the flip side of that as well. So going to like, I heard you mentioned like you have problems or you struggle sometimes to work out later in the day. And like, I've never had that. I mean, like I'll go for a long run at 9 p.m. if I have to, like, no problem, and like so I also have that in the back of my head where, again, going back to like
no,
the I
just
don't
do it
have to
later.
mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like when I have, breaks built into my day where I might have like a 2-hour break from
Yeah.
work where I can, that's plenty of time to go for a long run if I need to. So it is, but I do know that if I just did it in the morning,
Yeah.
I'd be feeling really good, and it'd be great. It's like you never really regret like waking up early and working out before you get your day started. So
Seems
I
like,
guess for me, it's go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, no, you can finish.
I just think, I don't know. It seems like I almost just need like, because and it comes and goes. Like last week, I woke up at 6 every morning and had
Yeah.
great mornings. And so it's just kind of like, it's almost like I need to just cut the bullshit, get to sleep a little earlier, and just wake up.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it. Like it sometimes just, I almost think I just overthink it where it's like, dude, just wake up and, go in the shower and then figure it out from there.
It seems like you just need something that is, something to hold you accountable, kind of. So like whether that be a job or like, a class or something in the morning where it's like you got other people counting on you,
Yeah.
to like get up. Then you feel like it comes down to the have to versus not have to thing. So I mean, if there's
Maybe I could have David Goggins come live with me and write a book about
I
it.
mean, yeah, it doesn't
Good
necessarily have
concept.
to be that, but like there's a way, like if you tell, Katie you're gonna meet her at, the gym in the morning or something. Lindsay, or not Lindsay, she's not there anymore, but
Yeah.
something to like, someone else is accountable, and that's not always gonna work because um, sometimes it's not. But like
You wake
also
up at 5 every day?
I wake at 5:15, but my roommates and I, we do yoga. So like I
Oh, I
know,
love
and
that.
we do it on my phone too. So like I know if I'm not getting up, like they're gonna miss out on a yoga day. Like that just that doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah. All right,
Uh,
let me maybe my roommates wanna.
yeah,
Hey, do you guys want to do yoga in the morning? They might not be here right now.
Nick was wrong.
I don't have any roommates. So.
But
All right, yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Get creative with it. I'll get creative with it. But dude, at the same time, but that's like never been my style, man. You know me, like I'm more just like fucking just do it, bro. And so like that's the other thing. And I've actually, it's kind of in this weird like alchemistic way. It's kind of worked out where so like I'll snooze in the morning, right, or something, and I wake up later than I wanted to. And then I'm like rushing to work or whatever, and I'm like feeling a little stressed and I'm like angry at myself. And in the past, I think I would let that taint like my entire day where I'm like, dude, you're a sloth, like you're lazy, and I'll just shit on myself, right? And lately, like I've been able to let that go. And like I just so I guess what I'm saying is good lesson in self-compassion, but
yeah,
I still want to be better. So like
yeah, no.
there's a
Try and
fine
figure out a way.
yeah,
Where other people are counting on you to do it. I think
yeah.
that'll help. And then this is probably a good time that we can tell the people that you're planning on coming out to LA for the summer. We're gonna get after it. Don't worry, I got you then.
Okay. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah. It's
I'll be the guy that's counting on you to get up.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be summer of love in the best ways, not in a weird way. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm excited about that, man. And that's gonna be good. And I'd like to just lay the foundation for that where I'm waking your ass up and we're good to go. Um, so yeah, I'll next pod I'll report back and I'll have good news.
All right.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit.
All right, let's end with this. I call it on the spot cues. I think we need some more segments in our pods. Yeah. So on the spot cues, here's what it is. We're just gonna ask each other questions. We have not planned this, but ahead of time, random questions, whatever you want to ask, and then you have to give an answer. You can't not answer. So you gotta
Okay.
you gotta say you gotta answer with something, but not prepared at all. So this is
Yeah.
totally on the spot.
No, not prepared answers, but you have questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of questions did you do? Because I was like thinking like long form questions when you asked me this.
Dude, they could be anything, bro. It's on the spot cues, man.
Um,
It's our first on the spot cues. So
right.
I was gonna call it pop quiz. What do you want to call it? On the spot cues or pop quiz?
Yeah, I like
Pop quiz sounded just kind of nerdy to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
it's like lame.
All
All right, it's on the spot cues. You want to ask first? Okay, if you had a son tomorrow, what would you name him?
So these are like one-off questions.
No, I got a few deep ones.
If I had a son tomorrow, what would I name him? I have not thought about that, so I'm just gonna say Joey Jr.
God, that is so lame, man. That's just stupid.
I'm gonna say yeah, Joey Jr. or JP.
Joey
I'll call him
P. Jr.?
JP. I'll call him JP.
JPJ. Oh,
JP.
okay.
JP.
I like that. Okay, JP.
Yeah, but no,
right,
my name is
good.
Joseph. His name would be Joey. I would just name him Joey.
Oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. You should name him Joey P. That'd be kind of cool. Joey P. Penavaria.
No, just Joey P. He could go by Joey P, but he could go by JP too. I'd call him JP.
All right, JP. I
What
kind of
about
like
you?
that. That's cool. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it.
The answer.
It's got to be something like cool, but not too cool.
Like something creative.
Yeah, you don't want him to get made fun of in either direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Peter.
Oh my God. I thought you were gonna like say Slater or something.
No, I was thinking maybe Maverick, but
Maverick. Mav.
yeah, Mav. Anyway, all right, you ask. I didn't think of an answer for my own question.
Shit, so my questions are not the short form, but what is okay, yeah, I got one. All right. So I think everyone goes through a little curves in their happiness scale. They a lot of times there's periods in their life where they're really happy, and then sometimes you're a little bit less happy, which is normal. So it's like, happiness, kind of a little depressive slump or whatever. My question to you is, like, when you're in those slumps, how do you find yourself getting out of them?
Oh, that's a great question.
Thanks.
I would say for me, I keep doing what I'm doing, first of all. Like, I always hear people who are like, they'll be like, oh, yeah, like this happened. And so I didn't like go for a run today or this. I mean, I've been pretty tried and true, for whatever, 7, 8 years now of like exercising, reading, eating pretty decent, and so like those things are foundational for me. And so I don't just like abandon them when I'm not feeling well. I know that like exercise can help for sure. I know that like reading helps me like gain perspective, but sometimes like you just feel shitty and you do that stuff and you still feel shitty. And so I guess also just remembering that depressive states and modes are just a part of being a human being, and like whether it's just like an injury to an athlete where they're going a little too hard and they're maybe running an overdrive and they, hurt something. And I think states like that are just kind of emotional injuries, and so it's like you just kind of, I mean, for lack of a better term, like ride it out, and I've never had those states. I've had like long periods of like not feeling very good, but they always upturn, eventually.
Yeah.
And so I know I trust myself and what's going on enough that if I just keep doing what I'm doing, I know like it'll turn in my favor eventually. So I think that perspective, along with working my way out of it a little bit, helps.
Hmm.
So I would say those two.
Yeah, it's a good answer. It's a good
What
answer.
about you?
What about me? I kind of asked this question because I thought you were going to say it because you've actually told me this before.
Oh
And I always
shit.
go back to this. But you have told me when you're kind of down on yourself to focus your energy on other people,
Oh,
like
nice.
what you
Yeah,
can
that's a good
do
one.
for them. It's like I always go back to that in my head. If I'm ever feeling a little down, I'm just like, I kind of just like, all right, just refocus my energy outwards towards other people, and then usually that helps me kind of get out of it. So I credit you for
It
that one.
it definitely is true that when you're feeling down and in the dumps, like you're probably only thinking about yourself.
Yeah. So like,
That's
yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
basically like, stop being so selfish. Like, just focus your energy outwards, and then usually that that makes you feel better. Um,
Yeah.
anyways, so I thought you were gonna take it there, but that was also your. I mean, I mean, that can also be like, because you always have done that. So like,
Mm,
when you say like just continue to do what you do, so you know it's something that you've
mm,
always done. So no, that was a good one.
appreciate that.
All right, what you got?
Okay. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. All right. So I started like I keep like a little like journal with I'll put anything in there. So I have like pages on a whole bunch of stuff. And I started a new page today and I just titled it True Shit. So it's like things that like I feel like are true to me. So like and so this here's my example. This is I actually heard this girl in the coffee shop today. Like, God, she was talking so loud, like you could hear her from across the room. And what did she say? She was like, oh, she goes, I am not usually this type of person, but blah, 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 blah. And then she said, like, talked about some like terrible shit that she did. You know what I mean? And so I wrote, like, if you say, I'm not this type of person, except blank, 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 blank. Like
But
chances are you're exactly that type of person,
yeah,
you know? So give me some true shit. Give me something that like that you think to be true. You don't even have to know it to be true. So you could just be like, I don't know, like everything works out, or whatever. Like you don't have to know that it's true, but it's just you believe it to be true. So it is true, if that kind of makes sense.
yeah. In regards to anything,
I
basically.
don't give true shit. I don't care.
Um, I think I think what I know actually know like is, and I've seen it like kind of in the real world and stuff like that, is it has something to do with self-talk and like self-thought, to where like, or like, okay, we'll use self-doubt. Like if there's anything that you're trying to do, and we'll specifically like on a run, like if you go into a run, a long run, thinking like there's no way you're going to get this done, like doesn't matter like if you're actually able to do it, like it doesn't, like it's not going to happen. Like if you as soon as that doubt comes across your mind, like your body's going to start to shut down. So like anything, and that can be anything really. That's like, any type of job you're doing or whatever, and you're like, all right, this is not going to work out. Like you, once you think that, like it's not going to work out. Like so, like that, I mean, the power behind self-thought and self-talk is very true, I think, whatever that may be.
I like it.
What about you? Oh, I mean, you said that one. Really, is that
Yeah.
your example?
Yeah, I'll use that as an example. I mean, yeah, you nailed it though. Great answer, I gotta say. Yeah, I think, and that kind of ties into your first question too, where you like when you're not feeling so well, maybe emotionally, you start to hear all these things go through your head that probably aren't true.
Mm,
Like a great quote I love is like, life isn't as serious as my mind makes it out to be.
mhm.
And it's like, you start to hear like you're terrible, like say, and even like waking up early, you miss waking up early one day and your brain's
Yeah.
like, you are lazy and you are, undriven, and you're just
Mm,
like, no, I'm not, like, you know what I mean? And so I think it is another great way I heard it put is you need to talk to yourself, not listen to yourself.
yeah.
And I think that's a powerful distinction.
Dude, the voice in your head, the constant voice is wild. And I mean, it can either control you, or you can control it. And
Hmm.
a lot of people, I think, are just, and me being one of those, like most of the times it's just like, and sometimes some people like aren't even aware of it, and sometimes I'm not. So like I always try to remember that, and just become, just remember that you're most likely your harshest critic, and your voice in your head that's constantly going and going and going. The things that it's saying are usually an exaggeration, like you said. um,
Hmm. Or untrue.
yeah, just untrue.
Yeah.
um, so I
All
mean,
right,
yeah.
last question, and then let's wrap this thing up. I'm
Okay.
getting pretty hungry.
No, yeah, you got it.
I just asked one.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
um oh, okay. All right, this is a profound question. What do you think you were put on this earth to do?
Make podcast. See ya. uh Man. The other day, Katie asked me, she's like, what are 3 things you love about yourself? And I was like, next question. Man, I don't know if I got an answer. We got an answer, huh?
Yeah, that can be your answer.
Gosh, this is all right. This is gonna sound so cliche, but I think that cliches
Have true,
are cliches
because they have,
because
yeah.
yeah, they have
I heard that today.
simple wisdom.
Yeah,
So I think that I am on this planet to leave it better than I found it.
gotcha.
That's what I would say.
Gotcha.
What about you?
So we gotta figure out every day how to do that, right?
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, it's a good goal to have. No, I've I think about this a lot, and I don't think there's like one specific answer for everyone. Like, you don't think you can. Even the people that say like, I was born to do this, like I was born to do that, like it's not necessarily true. Like they might like say that for a period of time in their life, but I think people are put on this planet to do, different things. And then, I mean, there's overall truths, like you said, which, I strive for that as well, as that's one of my, things where I think, people are meant to do. And, I hope to do that. So like that kind of goes into, my truth as well, or my mission statement, or whatever you want to call it. But like my thing is like, I think I've told you this before, but like my what I think, my purpose is to strive each and every day to like reach my full potential and whatever that is, and like um and then also like help other people reach theirs. So it's not like
I like your
nailing
answer
something
better than mine.
down. What'd you say?
I like your answer better than mine.
Well, I mean, I thought of it because I answered, or I asked the question, but um, yeah, I don't think that like it can be like, pinpointed exactly, and like you can use that in different areas of your life, and in different things that you're doing. Um, but yeah, like I just feel like each and every day you should be striving towards your true potential, and also I think that's what makes you the most happiest, or like when you are the most happy in your life, is when you're doing that. Um, so
I agree.
that's a good way to end it, though. That was a good pod.
Let's end on that. Here, I got a send off song. I've been thinking about this all day. You
Oh,
ready?
gosh.
All right, here we go. Wooka 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 wooka. Nikki B and Joey P coming at you from the 303 and the 90211, son.
90212.
Oh man, I thought it was the 90211. Damn.
I
All right.
appreciate it. That was good. We can fix it on the next one.
All right. Peace.
Peace.